Hey, it's Tim here. This is Urban Dunya, and welcome back to Lahore in this episode of Lahore Explorer. Today we're coming to you from Mian Asif Haveli. This is it behind us here. Tell you a little bit about that in a minute, but I want to introduce you to my very good friend Zakariya.
Hello everyone out there. And
what are we looking at today?
Yeah, exactly. We are standing in Bhatti Gate right now, and we are just here to explore another side of Lahore, and basically about those particular sayings about Lahore. So the first one is "Jine Lahore nahi vekhya, jammya hi nahi." So it's basically is the point that one who has not seen Lahore has not born yet, right? So we are here to see. Let's see what are the things in there, and Lahore. Let's see it further.
Let's do this.
Today we're back in the walled city and exploring the Bhatti Gate area. The area inside Bhatti Gate has traditionally been a place where the walled city of Lahore's poets and intellectuals lived. We can consider this something of a cultural quarter. Today we begin at Mian Asif Haveli, which is a Haveli with a difference. It's also an important gathering point for the local Shia community. Here, in the stables below the living quarters, live zuljanas, ceremonial horses that represent that Imam Hussein, the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was riding in Karbala. On certain mourning days, these horses are bedecked in regalia and led through the city in huge processions. I witnessed that a few years ago and covered it in another video, which I'll link here. On a regular day, the horses are stabled and looked after by the family that owned the Haveli, and who have passed the tradition of zuljanas and mourning processions down from generation to generation. I've known some of the members of this family for years, and today just happened to bump into Mohsin, who told us a bit about the Haveli.
ये तकरीबन 300 years पुरानी हवेली है और पहले तो ये खाली हवेली थी, ठीक है, हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस था. उसके बाद इसको इमाम बारगाह के अंदर कन्वर्ट कर दिया था काफ़ी देर पहले ना, अबाउट 50 years हो गए हैं. तो उसके बाद से ये जुलजना रखने शुरू कर दिए. जुलजना ये है कि जुलजना के ऊपर इसके ऊपर कोई सवारी नहीं कर सकता. ये मौला इमाम हुसैन अलैहिस्सलाम की शबीह है, जुलजना की शबीह है.
The walled city of Lahore is a surprisingly cosmopolitan place, and evidence of this diversity lies waiting around every corner. A Shia Imam Bargah or a church here, a mosque or a Sufi shrine there. Zakariya and I turned down this tiny dark alleyway not far from Mian Asif Haveli and stumbled upon this shrine dedicated to Pir Raza Shah Qadri. Pir Raza Shah Qadri was a saint who lived locally and was interred in this area that is now totally enclosed by houses.
It's a very sort of traditional culture, isn't it? Yeah. This is like, this shrine is literally between people's homes. Like if I go around here, it's like that's somebody's house up there, and the shrine is just here in the middle of it. He was buried here in 1704. It's unbelievable to think that like all that time that's been here.
So it's like 319 years, 319 years.
Yeah.
The tree is quite a common sight at shrines like this, symbolically reaching towards the heavens.
They're all sort of like connected up here, and actually the tree branches out into all of them as well. Yeah, look. You'd want to be friendly with your neighbours. Yeah.
In the last video at Shahi Mohalla, we visited a music shop which was one of the remaining vestiges of the area's creative culture. Another is here, down this laneway, where an art school shares space with another Imam Bargah.
So we're at the Naqsh Art School. You're saying you've been here before, actually?
Yeah, I've been here like 4 years ago.
Zahid Hussain bhai is with us.
कितने साल से?
300 years.
300 years. Haveli या school?
हवेली.
Haveli, अच्छा. और school कितने साल से इधर है?
स्कूल है
2000. 2000 तो.
3
Okay, so there was a well
अच्छा.
300 years ago that is now closed, but this is the symbolic thing.
The school is housed inside Mubarak Begum Haveli, named after one of the original owners of the structure.
अच्छा.
This was a house he got from inheritance from his mother's side.
अच्छा.
Yeah, Sayyid Baba Ali.
Okay.
बच्चों के 30-40 के 30-40 अभी यूज
हाँ वो रेलवे स्टेशन के पास है. और actually बहुत different styles हैं ये थोड़ा से like traditional Islamic style है और miniature नहीं है लेकिन जैसे हाँ
The Naqsh Art School displays their art in an exhibition at Packages Mall, out in the suburbs of Lahore. Just a bit further down the road is the Fakir Khana Museum, a museum in a glorious old haveli. Its over 20,000 artifacts, from Buddhist times through to more contemporary artworks and pieces, makes it the largest privately owned museum in South Asia. The Haveli itself was once the residence of Raja Toda Mal, who was the finance minister under the Mughal Emperor Akbar.
The modern museum is also a centre for art and artisans.
Visits are by appointment only. The day that I visited, a film crew was shooting there, but I was allowed to peek inside behind the grand front gates and through the collection. In the same area as Fakir Khana Museum is the house of Allama Iqbal, Pakistan's legendary poet. He lived here for a short time at the start of the 20th century. However, the house is currently privately owned and not open for inspection. Just along the road is also the shrine of Sheikh Sadhu, and further along still, the tiny shrine of Pir Bhola, both local saints.
This house is beautiful. Well, Haveli, I guess.
Basically, this is the color palette that was quite famous in Lahore before the partition and even after partition, the earlier times. So this is the color palette you would see. A very unique, very different. You don't get to see these colors nowadays in our houses and all
so
the
vibrant
different things.
Yeah.
Similarly, we saw the structure of roof out there, right? So it was done very differently.
Yeah.
So even in, let's say, I'm just talking about the worst case. Let's say it's 60 degrees Celsius outside. That particular roof would not let any heat come inside.
And while we're on the topic of Havelis, let's deviate a little bit from the main Bhatti Gate road and visit one of Lahore's grandest old mansions, Haveli No Nihal Singh. This spectacular building dates back to the 1830s and was commissioned by Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the king of the Sikh Empire, of which Lahore was the capital. The Sikh Empire only lasted 50 years, and then Lahore was conquered by the British. But the Sikh period left an indelible mark on Lahore, and this is one of its greatest visual legacies. The fresco sports motifs relating to Hindu, Sikh and Muslim cultures. Today, the rooms of Haveli No Nihal Singh are occupied by a government girls' high school, so entry is limited to students and teachers. But it's still worth the detour to view the facade from the public square outside. Now, back to the main Bhatti Gate area and the shrine of Pir Jhande Shah.
This part of Lahore is like a microcosm of Lahore, actually, of the real Lahore. Zakariya is stuck back there past the rickshaw, making new friends along the way. Assalamu alaikum. Aapka naam kya hai? Intisham. As you walk around the walled city of Lahore, if you look up, you'll see that a lot of the houses have cages on top of them. And they're actually home to pigeons, hundreds of pigeons, which people in Lahore especially, they keep as pets. Now Zakariya has actually gotten to chat with Abid, who lives in this street, and he's going to let us up onto his rooftop to take a look. Okay, this is how we're getting up to the rooftop to look at pigeons.
Reach up to a chat.
Okay, you need to be flexible.
Wow.
Look at these kids. It feels like a very elaborate setup for a pet.
Exactly. It's a subculture in Lahore that people keep pigeons, and then there are big competitions held of pigeons, right? These are not the pigeons you randomly getting from somewhere. This is very specific breed, and then you invest a lot on them. For example, if we talk about their feed per day, so what we talked with the people, so they told us that per pigeon, the food per day is cost around
8,000, 10,000 Pakistani rupees
It's
per
about
day, right?
$40 to $50 per day.
Yeah, per day. So
Australian
they have kept the
dollars,
pigeons.
yeah.
So the basic purpose is that in those big competitions, people come in the. Let's say we have got 10 participants. So 10 participants will be coming on the rooftops, and then they will set their pigeons free. The competition is that whose pigeon would come back in the end. Let's say it takes 2 hours, 2 days, one day, or whatever the time is. The ones whose pigeon would be coming back later than all would be the winner. So this is the basic concept, and then there are some cash prizes for the people who win this. Specifically in Walled City, we see people, they are very keen to this particular thing, and they love to do it, and this is exactly a culture, and people are actually giving their whole life to this particular thing. So once again in Punjabi we say shok da koi mull nahi. So when you like something, you do it at any cost.
These sorts of nuanced cultural insights are what I've included in my new ebook, Lahore Explorer. It's a companion to this vlog series, and it's a companion guide and an accompaniment to Pakistan Traveller. It offers more detailed insights into the culture of Lahore and things to see as you're travelling around this city if you want to really experience Lahore and really get under its skin. It's available as a complete book, or you can buy each chapter individually, and you can access it at the link in the video description below. Back on ground level, it was time to stop in at an old favourite refreshment point, Wahid Cold Corner. Here, sweetened ice-cold milk is served up, infused with pistachios and almonds, and if you like, mixed with a soda of your choosing.
Ice cream spider, kind of. In Australia we call them spiders. Ice cream soda, I guess. Assalamu alaikum sir. आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम हाफिज हसनैन है।
कितने साल से यहाँ पे है?
ये 1978 से स्टार्ट है।
सारे प्रोडक्ट्स दूध वगैरह कहाँ से मिलते हैं?
हमारा अपना दूध आता है आउट ऑफ सिटी से, कसूर से।
कसूर से, अच्छा ठीक है। और आपका सबसे रश टाइम कब है? रात को हाँ, हर रात ये लाइक फ्राइडे हाँ Daily night, acha.
Night or midnight 24 hour available.
From here we pass out of Bhatti Gate and beyond the walls of Old Lahore. This area is still very old, and the spillover of the culture of the walled city into the modern metropolis can be seen. A few minutes walk from Bhatti Gate is the Hira mango shop, where in the summer months mangoes brought from the desert orchards of southern Punjab are kept on ice until they're ready to be cut up for customers. This is one of the best roadside snacks in Lahore, possibly the world. Just past Hira Mango Shop and right on Bhatti Chowk is Darbar, one of Lahore's largest shrines. Within lies the tomb of Data Ganj Bakhsh, an 11th century mystic who travelled from Ghazni in modern-day Afghanistan to Lahore to preach Islam. Bags and large cameras are not allowed inside the shrine due to security reasons, but some nearby shopkeepers offer a minding service for a fee.
So we just got across the crazy road, through the security check, past the shoot check, and we finally made it into Darbar.
We got so many tokens for the things we have kept.
Sufism is the name given to a group of practices which focus on a mystical understanding of Islam. It's not a sect, more a way of understanding and practice, and it was particularly influential in the spread of Islam in what is now India and Pakistan. Some Lahoris, especially those who follow the Sufi path, talk of Lahore's 4 guiding lights, something akin to the city's 4 patron saints or spiritual anchors. The other 3 are Madhulal Hussain, Shah Jamal, and Miamir, and we'll visit their shrines over the next 8 vlogs. But this, the shrine of Data Ganj Bakhsh, is the largest, most centrally located, and the one that draws in the biggest crowds. Every year in the 2nd month of the Islamic calendar, which currently falls around September, this shrine is packed with devotees who attend his urs, the anniversary of the saint's death, but it's an event which celebrates his life.
Lahore is basically known with the name of this saint, and his original name was Abul Hassan Ali Hajweri, and commonly is known as Data Ganj Bakhsh, right? People have got their emotions and their belief system connected to this place very much. This is kind of a sacred, holy place, and people come here from all over the Pakistan and international places just to say Salam and to be part of it. Particularly the people in Pakistan, they come here, and on this place, which is a shrine, every Thursday evening there is a special dua, and people just try to be here on Thursday evening. They come from all over the place. They come and they pray here. They come with all special wishes they have got in their hearts. There are small rituals. People come here. People, distribute sweet dishes. People distribute rice or anything. So there are very, very small attributes attached to this particular place, and it's quite peaceful. Yeah.
In Sufi culture, I mean, death of a saint is not seen as sort of like I mean, of course it's sad, but it's also that they are returning to their final abode, or their original place in heaven, if you like. So the Urus, which is the anniversary of the saint's death, is actually, it's like a celebration.
A few certain rituals, again, Qawwali, and the
Dood Sabil.
Yeah, Dood Sabil.
Yeah, so people like Sabil is basically like an offering of water or a drink, and it's traditional to offer a donation of milk.
Yes, so the bigger concept is you have to offer whatever you can afford, right? So,
but particularly for this one, particularly milk. Like I know that Lahore actually runs short on milk. It's sort of in the day, a couple of days before. Really? Yeah, before the orders. Yeah.
I was in Islamabad.
You were in Islamabad at that time. Look, lucky you got milk. Say that.
Sufi culture is colourful and filled with drum beats, ritual dance, colour and flowers. And the road immediately outside the shrine is crowded with devotees, sometimes entire villages, who have packed up and come to Lahore to pay their respects.
Darbar is one of Lahore's prime attractions, and it's listed in my book Pakistan Traveller. It's the world's most comprehensive travel guidebook to Pakistan. It's available as an ebook and also as a paperback. You can order or download your copy today by following the link in the video description below.
Meanwhile, the shops nearby sell all sorts of items: dried fruit and nuts, sweets and garlands, which can be used for celebration, mourning, or as a tribute or offering for the saint. There are also religious texts, prayer beads, prayer rugs, Muslim prayer caps, and miswak, a type of plant with herbal properties that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to use as a toothbrush. Among the craziness, traffic police try to maintain order. This Chingchi rickshaw driver parked in a no-stopping zone. To escape the chaos, we slipped into Karbala Ganesha, a spiritual focal point for Lahore's Shia community. This is the end point of many Shia mourning processions, and at those times is thronged with the faithful, but at other times is a slice of solitude in the middle of the city. There is a small park at the rear, and a few shops selling Shia religious items. The sun started to set, and before we wrap this afternoon up, we're headed back inside Bhatti Gate for one last bite, but not exactly a bite to eat.
And we are about to do probably the dessiest thing that I have done as part of any of this video series. We're about to have paan.
Yeah.
What is paan?
It's something used as something sweet, and that's very, very old something from the time of kings and all those, Mughal Empire and all those times. So this is something that's coming from that particular point, and
It's like a digestive kind of thing, isn't it? But I mean, normally you have it after meals.
Yeah, because it's a sweet thing. Basic ingredients, which is like the leaf.
So it's a betel leaf.
Betel leaf, and then chuna to make it a bit, hard in taste.
Yeah, it's sort of like a astringent, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. And then some sweet elements, supari, and other few elements, and by making this whole thing murabba, and all of these things, they wrap it up and you just have it in your mouth, and you're
That's exactly what you do.
That's exactly.
There you go. Yeah, it's good. Can you guys want to show yours? Yeah. Okay. There goes. So I can taste chocolate. I can taste sugar of some sort, sprinkles I think it is. But it's sort of savory at the same time.
I really liked it. So how's your experience going, having paan?
5 minutes later, I'm still going.
Okay,
I'm officially desi.
You are officially desi.
The first time I tried this, I remember being like, what the hell is this? You're not supposed to swallow. It's just like for the mouth. I think a lot of people would hate it. But I don't know, I've been having it for years, so not regularly, but like I've tasted it many years ago and tasted it many times since then, so I'm fine with it. And on that very desi note, we finished this episode of Lahore Explorer. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks so much to Zakariya for coming along and showing us around.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you so much. I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
Explore Pakistan and Lahore like a local with my books. Pakistan Traveller is the world's most comprehensive travel guidebook for Pakistan, and Lahore Explorer is the world's most comprehensive travel guidebook for Lahore. Pakistan Traveller comes as an ebook or paperback, and Lahore Explorer comes as an ebook, but you can get it in separate chapters or all together in one ebook. Get your copies today by clicking the link in the video description below. And that's not all, there is so much more to discover. Check out some of my other vlogs, and if you like what you see, make sure that you like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you can be part of my dunya.